Hey people, Angel here, 3v3, Faction War. This is Estia Province, and Orks versus the Guard. Blue Orky team, EM7 is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support. Generally just upsets about everything too. Alongside here, Zeno is a Commando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with a twin link shooter, and rounding off the Blue Orks is HansMoleman with a Mekboy, teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat. Lots of Orky gadgets giving fantastic versatility to that guy. Red Guard, we have Volhrim with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a shield. This is the Vostroyan Firstborn elite scheme with the furry hats. Alongside two Lord Generals, first up is Redbeard, taking some dagger to the face. And Best Noob, these guys begin with a retinue of stormtroopers. They can add to the retinue throughout the game, giving them more abilities, a really strong defense and support. Now Sluggers in the face of the Lord General, doesn't really want to fight them. You notice the bionic arm, allowing him to one hand wield the bolt gun, which is pretty useful. Commando taking a lot of damage. Maybe we'll see there's a stun bomb. Is he going to survive though? I don't think he will. Goes down. Stun bomb won't affect the Sentinel, but does get rid of the guards when they take a hell of a lot of damage there. Here comes the stomp. You knew as that Sentinel was walking in there that the stomp was coming. West side, we just saw a stomp. It looks like the Warboss should be okay. Lord Commissar and some fresh guardsmen should see this engagement through now for the Imperial Guard on this west side. Good special attack too. The 20 seconds or so yet before that stomp is ready to go again. They are doing a lot of damage to this Commissar. It's forced to retreat. They should have the guns here though to see them through. Where's that stomp? Here it comes. That should get the Sluggers out of there. Yep, and the Shooter Boys also retreat so they can cap up this side. Commando down and the Mekboy down on the east side. Now double Sentinels with Guardsmen bashing the power. It's only a node, but it's frustrating for the Orks, and they're capping that eastern contested power too. We've got Looters on the way for Hans. Sluggers with Burners for Zeno. EM7. Sluggers barely getting out of there. No upgrades yet that I can see. Not sure if the Commando got a war gear before they went down, because I don't see any upgrades for the shooters. Sluggers, oh, stomping a single model there. And they back off. I thought they were going to keep chasing. Power bash was successful. Node is rebuilt. Sluggers not wanting to fully commit there. They might struggle to approach this tiny little area with the Sentinel Guard in it. Looters though are going to help with that. These guys have a death gun that can suppress targets and deal heavy damage to anything that gets close. Does have this limited firing arc and needs to set up though. And just looks really fun to shoot. Just kind of a bucket of bullets strapped to the side of it, which somehow works because the Orc said so. Good stomp. Lots of Dakar. We got big shooters on Zenos, and EM7 coming to the mid for an assist. Has some knob leaders getting revived there too. Power bashing continues with these double Sentinels. Good play by Best Noob. Locked down this area for quite a while. Kept that power under threat and capped this wreck point. Meanwhile, mid, what is this? Sluggers getting caught. That's double Flamer Guardsmen there. Going to see some power bashing for sure. Do you have a power sword? You do. Great weapon. Power melee damage and lead by example is pretty damn useful for disrupting, say, some Orks. Power bashing that eastern contested node. We do have the medical sergeant in play for this Lord General now. Can hand out medical packs. Heavy weapon squad might get caught here by these sneaky Sluggers coming around this shot blocker. They're going to catch him for sure, I think, in that melee charge. Sentinel comes forward for the stomp. It's a risky one though. That's very risky and stomps nothing. The radius of the stomp was reduced semi-recently in 2.9, I think. And yeah, that was very risky. Trying to approach two fully upgraded shooters with no repair support. Just walked away from the guardsman there. Maybe they were suppressed or something. So, a risk that didn't pay off there for Redbeard. There's another stomp that does work. Level 2 Sentinel. They got a full bash over here, as you can see with those flamers. Sentinel goes down though. Needed to stomp and get moving, but didn't. Commissar runs off. These guys caught in retreat by very pissed off sluggers here. They'll be okay. They do have their sergeant track. Yeah, it's not very easy to spot when you have these Vostroyan. He does have this melee weapon and pistol, as you can see, the sergeant. But otherwise looks the same, I think. 374 to 490, 2-to-1 cap for the guard. They've dropped a couple of sentinels, but they do go tier 2 first. Here's some power bashing now from Hans. First time we've seen him up the map here with looters in the garrison. Could be frustrating for the guard. There's some love the Daka, I think, or more Daka. I think it's more Daka. Reduces the weapon cooldown, I think, for these shooter boys here. Basically just means more DPS, and you'll be affected a little bit less by suppression, I suppose. This is a Chimera on the way for best noob. Looters are up for EM7. Did drop the sluggers. An effective power bash by Hans. Didn't even try to defend it, best noob. Maybe they knew the looters were in the garrison there. They could have defended it a little bit though, I think. Maybe the 2 players being here scared them off. Level 3 sluggers already. He's not even in tier 2 here, Zeno. Those guys have killed some stuff. 1-to-1 cap now, going to turn into a 2-to-1 because a sneaky Lord General just got a decap, but that'll be retaken there by the Commando. Do you have any war gear, Mr. Commando? You don't. We do have the enhanced custom shooter for the Warboss though, and electric armor for the mech. Chimera getting right in the face of him. This is a support vehicle for him, for the guard. Can reinforce and transport infantry and is flanking these shooters. They're caught in a bit of a pincer here, need to be careful, and they back away. The Mekboy can get a very effective anti-vehicle weapon, no sign of it yet. Needs to be in tier 2, but I don't see it queued up or anything. Could get some tank busters up, of course. Weird Boy is always fun to see. Here's another Chimera from Redbeard now, and Volhrim with some stormtroopers. There they are on the left of your screen. No upgrade for those guys yet. Death Gun comes in from the looters and does have the beamy Death Gun queued up to try and shoot down the Chimera. Where is it? Where are they going now though? They're trying to chase it, I suppose. Getting a bit too close to lots of fire. Shooter boys bravely getting in to tie them up in melee here. And these guys now have an assault kit and they wipe out the looters with a frag grenade. 365 to 450. Are these the level 3 sluggers? Yep, and they're getting their knob beater now, queued up for tier 2. Chimera's having an impact, as you'd expect when the other team isn't tier 2 yet. EM7 now back down to just double shooters. Might need some support on this west side, and we could see a big old power bash for the Imperial Guard here against the Orks. Zeno's double shooters won't be able to really touch the Chimera, but they can dagger down some guardsmen and suppress them like that. Doing a good job defending here, and EM7's back with the custom shooter and some shooter boys of his own. East side, a power bash again for the guard. Heavy turret is up there for best noob. This thing has vehicle armor, so you need anti-vehicle weapons ideally to take it down quickly. Looters barely escaping, I think, with a beamy. Yes, they do get away. Mekboy in there, a little touch of electric armor you might have seen, but it's now run out of energy. And getting those Mekboy left hooks in and overhand smashes with his shooter. Decapped. And maybe even capped and noded. We have a sneaky commando who's going to shotgun these guys. Boom! Holy crap, almost just whacked them out. Such a fun weapon to see. And a sneaky infiltration kit, because he wasn't sneaky enough. Is that another heavy turret? It is. By default they have these kind of Vanquisher cannon type things. I'm not sure if that's actually what they are, but they are anti-large target anti-vehicle weapons can put executioner cannons on those things. So they got the decap, and pouring through the mid now are the guard. War truck on the way for Hans. Orks really under pressure here. Oh, tank busters take out the Chimera. Well done, fellas. Well, got a bit too close after that. Look at the amount of Dakar on that Commissar, poor bastard. Who's down over here? The Warboss. Stormtroopers done some work. And we've also got some anti-armor Stormtroopers too. That was that Zeno's? I think that was EM7's tank. Yeah, EM7's tank busters that got that kill. Manticore from Redbeard. Some electric armor there, and they're still locking down this power. Beamy Death Gun is taking out the turrets from long range, and some tank busters doing some work too. Are you going to stomp? Must have already stomped. Down go both of those heavy turrets. A decent investment though, I think. They did do some work over here. I thought at least one of them was going to become an executioner though. Orks now trying to flood the west side to get it back. Got some brave Flamer Guardsmen hanging around here. Not going to last long though against all that Dakar. Capping are some shooters, and the Mech got a decap on their VP. Should be able to get away. There's a lot of las guns. Boom! There's that shotgun again. Level 3 Commando. They're all reinforcing off the Chimera. Manticore's shooting somewhere. Over there it looks like. Oh, over here. I thought it was going for the VP. He's just taking out his wrath on some tank busters. Tier 3 for Volhrim. Not too far off getting a Lehman Russ too. 30 seconds or so should be able to get one. 322 418. Commando goes all sneaky and backs away. They don't have any detectors at all, the Imperial Guard team, so they can't spot him easily. No catechins. I don't think spotters detect. I don't think they do. They don't have any anyway. He shot his shotgun and then just grappled away. How are the guardsmen going to explain this? An invisible orc shot us and then used a rope and flew off. These guys are just dead. Yeah. Sluggers. Level 4. These guys are mean. Here comes the Warboss. He's absolutely pissed. Trying to tie up these fellas that are trying to bash his power. That was a stomp. Strange animation because it's in the middle of an attack. What are you doing? Yeah, there's more stuff to bash right there. Right here. Oh, he's using shoot 'em good at point blank range. Are you going to finish his generator? Commissar really wants to. Couldn't quite manage it, down to 8 hit points on this generator. Maybe those guys can do so. There we go. And now run away. That was a really good throw. Good arm on those fellas. I didn't think they had that kind of range on their grenade throws. Defending the power over here is best noob. HansMoleman pushing against it. Seems to have stabilized somewhat on this east side with a war truck now. I'm not sure where the looters are at. Oh, they're back at base with a beamy. Commando levels to 4. The invisible rope flying Commando. Should the boys capping. Haven't seen a huge amount of action on this power here, but the Commando's working on it. Cadian now. Some Kassakin for Volhrim and some more Kassakin on the way. That was a little bit of shoot 'em good, and now trying to close the distance, but taking a hell of a lot of damage as the Warboss does so. Good stomp, eats a grenade, almost went down. Some good play by the Kassakin there. Maybe could have thrown that grenade a little bit sooner to try and time it as he arrived before the stomp went off. But did pretty well. Level 3 mech. We got some Kassakin on the way now for Redbeard. Getting those plasma guns ready maybe, and some grenade launchers and stuff for the inevitable knobs in tier 3. Here's the anti-armor stormtroopers. Seems to be able to push back quite easily here against EM7 because they are lacking units. They have loads of resources. Got to go tier 3 or something, EM7. There's that electric armor. Casser can get their sergeant, I believe, makes them or allows them to cap faster. War truck lives. Sluggers in here. Are these the level 4 fellas? They are. Did some work. Stun bomb went in also. And I'm sure an Orky shotgun did something too. There should be a ping on the map every time this guy's going to use his shotgun. 286 to 379. Power bashing by Best Noob on the east. Hans is maybe looking to go mid and push through. Maybe all the way over to the west. Tier 3 for EM7. Tier 3 also for Zeno. Down goes the war truck. And we have some plasma guardsmen. Yep, level 3 plasma guardsmen for Redbeard. 278 to 379 VP advantage for the Imperial Guard. But for how long? Orks are starting to mass on this west side. Warboss is going to fall. Commissar's got his stubbornness going. Tank Buster Barrage for some disruption and a little bit of damage. Lord Commissar can't quite make it in there. Got suppressed, I believe, by aiming what's that. And Orks backing away because that's some long-range las guns on these fellas. And the Casser can have them too. Lord Commissar can get the cap. Commando's on the way for EM7. And with the lack of detection, those guys could do some real work. Just sneak in, throw their burner bomb and then disrupt. Could just get rid of a big blob of guardsmen. Power bashing, wow, very effectively here. With the flamers and those hotshot las guns. Really good choice by Volhrim to get those double flamers up. They've done a massive amount of bashing over here. Oh, there was the burner bomb. A little bit too eager to use it there. Chimera goes down on the east side. That was Tank Busters of Zeno getting the kill there. Sluggers with their Swampum up gives them a speed bonus and I believe some ranged damage resistance. 267 to 332. So 2-to-1 cap for the guard. Best Noob down to just a Lehman Russ now. Lehman Russ also on the way for Redbeard. Here's the first Nob squad. Hans down to Shooter Boys and Sluggers. Some big losses all around here. I guess Volhrim has conserved their stuff the best. Preserved rather. I think only lost a Sentinel, right? I think that's right. Saw a little bit of Love the Daka there from the Commandos, but they haven't really been used super well so far by EM7. They have to do their burn. They have to infiltrate, do their burner bomb, and then the shooters have to be there to suppress the Commissar. He's just going to go and tie him up. More power bashing attempted here, and some fire for those Shooter Boys too. We saw an Orky shotgun do its thing. No stun bomb though that I saw. Being disrupted. Not sure what that Commando was being knocked over by there. Well, was that grenades going in? It might have been. Oh, maybe. The Casser can have their grenade launchers. That's what it was. That constant knockback. Zeno says rebuying soon. I think Hans can come and get this revive. This Warboss has been down for a while. Lehman Russ going executioner style with Redbeard. Uh oh. That's a Manticore. Those guys get away. Nob squad have spotted a tank. Heavy melee, elite tier 3 infantry. These guys can rip apart anything. But they decide not to chase there. 185 to 332. Commandos with their Nob leader. Why are you getting spotted? I guess maybe they spotted you shooting something earlier. They're going for the decap, are they? Or are they trying to just get in behind this Lehman Russ for rear armor hits? I think they're going for a decap. And some Daka to distract the rest of the fellas. See a buff there from the Lord General. It's the fire on my target. West side, meanwhile, Nob squad looking for something to rip apart. They have found some stormtroopers. But, hey, grenade launchers doing some work here to disrupt them. Also, lead by example from the Commissar could help. Mekboy trying to get a revive on the Warboss, but cannot. EM7 might need to repurchase over there. It's going to be a 2-to-1 for the Imperial Guard, I think. Looks like it. Looks like they're going to cap over there. The Mekboy went down. Lots of hero deaths for the Orky team. Ogrin's up here late game for Volhrim. Always fun to see. Can get in on the knobs and tie them up and disrupt with their user red. Kasrkin, more Kasrkin on the way for Redbeard. Because why not? Get some more plasma guns and stuff. We do have one of each for Volhrim. One plasma gun, one grenade launcher. That's a stun bomb. What are you going to do now, Orks? Looks like maybe they're thinking of going mid. No, they're going west. They need some... They've got triple tank busters, one for each player. That might be enough to deal with these 3 Leman Rusters, but they'll need to coordinate maybe a little bit. There's the barrage. That's some really good damage, but couldn't quite finish it off. Mekboy is down again. What's up? Momentarily there. That is a good Manticore strike. Almost wiped out these shooter boys, and Ogrin's mapped out to finish them. I think they did. Can they get them both? Wow. EM7 loses the shooter boys. Double cap here for the guard. Should be able to see this out, but hey, they've got commandos and they've got a knob squad too. Surprising that we haven't seen the rocket launcher for the commando himself. He has done awesome work with the shotgun, but they need to deal with these Leman Russes, because that's a lot of damage and stuff. Ogrins have made an impact immediately here. Don't think they were expecting some Ogrins to have to deal with. Can they finish off this commandos? So close. Oh, maybe the Ripper guns can. A few more seconds of Ripper gun fire, I think they would have gone down. Knob squad now have their huge hammers, and they are pretty huge. Can they take out the Ogrins here? They've been caught in a flank and stayed on the chase a bit too long. That's a rocket run though. Uh-oh, some friendly fire against the Ogrins on the first run at least. But they do get away, barely. One model. You see how dangerous the Knob squad were there. Is that another rocket run? It is. Neither of them super effective, but they're just winding down the clock here. Can't try and cap things when you're falling over from rocket runs. This is Flak Jacket now for the Lord General of Redbeard. Another Knob squad, this time for EM7, getting their meaner and greener. Execution Leman Rust there to meet them. And some guardsmen putting down some cover items here. Triple cap now. One chance to stop the cap. And they do stop the cap there, and they're getting their natural back. Survive for a little while longer. We have a looted tank up now. Leman Rust doing some good damage to those knobs. Got plasma guns as well, of course. Doing extra damage to the heavy infantry of the Knob squad. Seems pretty inefficient to kill guardsmen with your knobs. Should go after the Kasrkin, I think. Just ate a shotgun blast. That thing has, is it 30% chance to knock back as well? It does. They are going after the Kasrkin. Good grenade. The other Knob squad running into a Manticore strike though. Knob squad dodges it. And they came out of it okay, the Orks in general. 2-to-1 cap for the Imperial Guard, though they've taken back the west side. Here comes a whole bunch of angry green though. Can they get this cap back and hold it? Oh, even if they do, look at this. We have a Lord General going after that VP. Looks like the looted tank fell. Who is that? Is that Best Snoop? That is Best Snoop going after it. Creeping barrage. The first one of these I've seen. I thought we'd see a bunch of them with double Lord Generals, but I guess not. Going to be a double cap and a victory and a rocket run at the end. Ouch. Double rocket run. Holy crap. and the guard win it. Let's look at his heroes end of the game. Level 3 Warboss with enhanced custom shooter. Seemed to struggle somewhat on that west side. Had some stinging losses at vital times. I never really recovered super well. Level 7 Commando had a lot of fun with the special shooter. And a level 5 mech with electric armor on the red team. Level 7 Lord Commissar had flak jacket at the end. Level 6 Lord General with a sniper rifle. And another level 6 Lord General with stabilizers. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to the players for faction warring it up. And I'll see you next time.